All right. Since you're here, Charlotta, we're going to start with your work. Oops. I've got to find you. Oh, there's Sierra.
Close. I'm further down.
All right. There you go. You're doing Green Mountain Maple Candy, mint maple candy. It has mint in it. So that's kind of like the key differentiating factor is the mint. You've got sort of some good sketches that are of sort of New England scenes. Let's see, number 4. A tree inside a glass container. This one, the mountain road. Number 5, the row of maple trees. Yeah, this is a bit of a tough one, but I think that you've got some visual exploration going on here. Like you're looking at scenes that are kind of close to the product, to the romance of it, which is good because you're sort of building some sense of the imagination of where this comes from and all that. But what I would encourage you to do is to think about the mint, which is an other factor, sort of how that might change some of the sketches a little bit.
Number 9, I was trying to go for that. It like a maple leaf with a scene, a New England scene in it. But like I was thinking of taking away the road and putting in a maple tree maybe.
So this is not the shape of a maple leaf, but it might be the shape of a mint leaf if it had
Sorry, I
sort of,
meant mint leaf.
yeah, sort of jaggedy edges, you know, how they have.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That could be one of your ideas. The row of trees is compelling in a certain way, just visually. It seems like it could be something interesting to do with that. If it had sort of a containing shape or something, so that would be a second idea. And I did kind of like this one with its sort of like its sort of implied containing shape. But if you work in the mint, maybe the mint leaves are these two things going, the mountains going this way, right?
Yeah.
So that would give you 3 ideas to go to the next step. So that's good. Now, this is for you, but for everybody. When you place these things in InDesign, the picture frames that we provided for you have a gray fill in the background. You should go in, select those frames. You can select them all at once and make the fill to paper or none so that it gets rid of all those sort of gray boxes. It'll look better.
Okay.
But these are perfectly good sketches. They're clear, they're not blurry, they're not dark. This is kind of what I'm looking for. So good job on that.
Thanks.
All right. So I think we were just at Sierra.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Here you are. All right. So, okay. So you're making up your own brand. You need to download one of the brands that I provided.
Dang it. I'm sorry.
Well, that'll help you because you'll have the information you need to do a good job on this. So go to the Google Doc, which is in the link in the assignment for this week, and make sure you get that and do the best you can to come up with some sketches for tomorrow. We'll take a look.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
And then put a pin in this because this could be a future project in your student career.
That's kind of the angle I want to go for, but thank you. I'll definitely put a pin in that for you.
All right. Let's see. Sharon.
Yeah.
Let's go to yours. Are you in dance class?
Yes.
I figured you'd know if you were.
Well, me.
Or not?
I'm having a brain fart. I don't remember. I had him for camera, photography.
Okay. Well.
Matthew.
Oh, so you should be in this section.
Yeah, I just uploaded it this morning.
Well, it should be here.
Uh-oh. Did I do it in the wrong spot?
So make sure you
It
put it in
was
the
Bermuda tea. Oh, shoot.
put it in the discussion. You can do that now if it's possible, and I'll come back to you.
Okay.
All right, Cheyenne. Let's see where we can find you.
No, I'm in the Charlotta's class.
There
Yeah.
you are. All right, you are doing dark wave soap. You've got 12 good sketches. They're clear, they're easy to understand, they're not dark, they're cropped properly. So kudos on all that. You also seem to get the brand, which is kind of creepy, gothy a little bit. And I think that you almost have 12 good ideas. I would say, so this one, the waves, but done in a very stylized kind of way with some good fills in it, that could be kind of cool, especially bring that into Illustrator. So I would keep that as one idea.
Okay.
This urn, it makes me think of Edward Gorey. This is like kind of cool. I like this one, number 6, just because it's like that. Number 2 is good. This is probably my least favorite because she's the initials. This flower is fantastic with the stylized, but just just sort of a general rule, what works the best is either it's equal dimensions like circle and square, you know, kind of. So probably number 6. I like number 5. I don't like this one as much. Do you have a favorite?
I really like the rose, number
Yes.
2.
All right.
And I also like 5 and 6. I really, really like 8, but I don't think it's really gives enough of information for the design. But
I like it. I like you like 10? Is that what you just
yeah,
said?
yeah, because that one I was going for like a very goth lace dark.
Yes.
Once I take it into Illustrator, I can add more dimension and stuff to it.
All right, do 10, do number 2, and then a toss up between 5 and 6.
Okay.
So you can decide. I'm kind of partial to 6, but they're both good.
Okay.
All right, great job on this, by the way.
Thank you.
I have yet to have a student really do an awesome job on this brand. Most students don't understand where it's coming from. So you seem to have figured it out. So that's good.
Great. Thank you. I did lots of research for it.
Yeah, good. That's the first step. All right, I'm going to go back to the top and just go through, starting with Rebecca. You're welcome to stay if you're interested. Otherwise, you can go back to work, I guess.
I also uploaded
Oh, Sharon.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Hopefully.
Let's see. If you recognize your class.
I think there I am.
Hooray. All right. You're doing Bermuda tea.
Yeah.
It's a very, very English tea. You've got good sketches. You could just basically, in general, you can sort of take these things into Photoshop and increase the contrast a little bit and make them a little sharper. Nicer to look at. But don't let that hold you up from progressing.
Okay.
This is what we call a Maltese cross.
Mm-hmm. It was on top of the crowns a lot, I noticed. So I thought I did one with just the crown, and then I thought maybe I should just take a symbol, a piece of the crown to use as the
Yeah, all right.
So.
I do like something about this, but I feel like you got to go beyond just BT. Like, what could you put in the middle that would be more appropriate for this brand? The crown is just a great visual, but you wanted to sort of make it unique in some way. Otherwise, it's just another crown. This is fascinating. I've never seen anyone do this with the map of Bermuda, and it almost looks like a hand holding the cover.
Yeah.
So
That
that's
was
kind
one of
of,
my favorites.
yeah, so put that on the list. I do like number 4 quite a lot because it's got the nautical thing with the anchor,
Yeah.
and you could do some other things with this as you get into color. So let's say that's another one. So if you've got these two, some of these feel a little generic, like this is like a cup with a sun.
I kind of like number 11. It was a teacup inside the Bermuda
Bermuda Triangle.
Triangle, kind of get lost in our teas sort of
Um,
thing.
yeah, the thing is the teacup itself just seems a bit mundane,
Yeah.
and you already kind of got it here.
Okay.
So I would encourage you to take a look at number 1 again and see what you could do to sort of enhance this center part, like with elements of Bermuda. Like maybe there's a palm tree in there.
Oh,
You could make the center part bigger so you can sort of see some things. Um, does that inspire you at all, or do you feel like you want to?
yeah, yeah. I could put something in the middle besides the initials of the brand.
Yeah. So you've got number
Um,
1, number 3, and number 4 as your options to progress with.
okay.
Great job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Uh, I'm going to go back to section 1, and I was just looking at Rebecca's. All right, Rebecca. This is mint soap. So I see a lot of mint leaves and soap bars. Think outside the box on this. You need to get away from the literal mint soap as a picture. Think about the end benefit of this product, maybe some of the cultural stuff where it comes from, because I believe it's Japanese, and try to create a bunch more sketches that don't have either mint leaves or soap. What could it be? Even if you do use mint leaves, you would want to sort of transform them into something unique rather than just a mint leaf drawn, or a mint leaf and a bar of soap. So could you form another character or shape or something out of the mint leaves? How would that work? And don't do squirt bottles and stuff. That's not even your product. So think about the sort of end benefit of this product, which is a beauty product. So how would you show that? But right now, none of these really make a good logo. All right. Dominique. So this is Tupe Mate tea. So this is a South American tea, and you're giving me a screenshot of your InDesign file. Please don't do that. Export it as a JPEG from InDesign and then post the JPEG into the discussion so we can see it directly without having to click on a link. And we don't want to see all the grid lines and all that. So you did some visual exploration, which is good. This is this kind of traditional tea container that they use in South America. You've drawn it a couple of different ways. That's not a lot of an idea. That's sort of a visual exploration. Using it as a negative space in this tea leaf, the lotus kind of looking thing, this is interesting. I wouldn't put the word mark in there though. It would be underneath bigger, much bigger. So maybe explore this one. This is number 6, a little more. You've got constant reiterations of the teapot. Think of other things. So are there sort of animal spirits or something like that? Are there people, gauchos, cowboys, something like that, who could represent this product? And then also try to think of sort of more metaphorical things. So is this bowl, this tea bowl look like the world, or is it the universe, or what? You sort of, this one looks kind of interesting, number 7. All right, you didn't give me a lot of explanation either, so. Try to get outside of the literal thing that you're doing with just the tea bowl and see what else you can come up with. All right, Caesar, Big Red's Texas chili. So this is chili that lets you pretend you're a cowboy, sort of. You've got the silhouette of a cowboy hat, map of Texas with a chili, a star with a line. I wouldn't do that. All right, these are not in the template, and this kind of messy too. So make sure you scan these properly, put them into the InDesign template, and so that you can show them properly. I think that this number 8 is another favorite. Yeah, I like this one. I think that could be interesting as a character. Chili silhouette now. Characters are interesting. I think if you wanted to do a brand, like a literal brand, they used to brand cattle, you could maybe do something with this. The cowboy hat by itself, just sort of an inanimate object, doesn't really thrill me. You are doing things with chilies, you know, so maybe there's something more you could do with characters, and maybe they're not even human characters. Go back and watch that movie, what was it, Rango. Anyway, maybe that'll give you a couple more ideas. Right now I see 1, possibly 2 ideas, number 8, number 6. So, all right, Sierra, we talked to you. Cheyenne, Wesley. All right, Windsor tea, which is a very British tea. Every single one of your ideas is a W. So a cool stylized W, that's 1 idea. Come up with 11 more ideas. Those ideas could be, like I said, a character. It could be some animal. It could be heraldic shield or something like that. You know, think bigger than just lettering, imagery. What we're looking for. Of these, I would say number 1's okay. Number 8 maybe. Number 9. One of those 3 might be good. Rebecca, you just missed it. I just went through your stuff. So Rebecca, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So you were not here when I went through this already?
No, sorry.
Okay, well, you can watch the video as well, but I'll just summarize for you. You need to think outside of just a literal mint and soap. Think about what the benefit of this product is. What does the person look like who's using it? Is there a character? I believe it's Japanese in origin, so is there Japanese imagery that you could use? Because you really want to break out of just literal bars of soap and mint. And definitely not a squirt bottle, because that's not what your product is. So try to think more sort of metaphorically, symbolically about what the product's all about. Look at your 10 keywords and see if that sparks some additional ideas for you. And see if you can come up with some more sketches, and I'll look at them tomorrow.
Okay.
That helpful?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
The sketches, do you just want me to reply to my old one, or just
Yes,
post
if
new
you,
one?
well, you can make a new post, and that'll be easier to find.
Okay.
All right, I'm up to Holly. Peace cookies. These are sort of new age cookies, fortune cookies with inspirational fortunes. Almost all of these, well, you have peace signs and cookies. What else could you do? Is there an animal spirit? Is there a character? What symbolizes, you know, peace sign? Okay, but is the hand something else as well? I think you need a few more ideas. Turning the cookie into a peace sign, maybe that's one idea. And then and then this if it becomes something else. But I would think a little more outside of the literal thing. And don't give me word marks. We want an image, a symbol, not words and combined with symbol right now. So just think about that. Charlotta, we did you. All right, next up, Dan. All right, Dan, I know you're using Procreate, but this feels very sort of limited. I'm not really sure. What is your product? It's kind of hard to give you a critique. Chelsea, Brainiac Coffee. So you've got the brain with lightning bolts, glasses, and mustache. I think maybe the lightning bolts are enough. This is the brain coming out of a coffee cup. If you develop a character, you can see how far you can go with that. I think that number, well, you got E. This is not in the template, by the way. You need to put this in the InDesign template. E is good. I do like maybe K. This one, I. Vintage portrait, that could be okay. It seems like it's more high tech though. So I think you have a few ideas that are okay. Nearly everyone has a brain here, so except for K. See what else you could come up with if it didn't have a brain with something else. But I do like I, H, I, A, I, and maybe D or E. So those could work. All right, Alexandria, you are doing cactus cookies. Okay, this is kind of dark, not in the template, sideways. I don't know why you would turn it in like this. Put it into the template so we can see it properly. So first thing, cactus with a B. Oh, that's number 2. Okay, so the cactus and the bee are kind of interesting. A camel. These are just sort of visuals for a cactus on fire. I like that. That's good. Number 2, number 4. Okay, these are right way around. Number 7. Hot pepper pictured with strawberry. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe they're characters. So 7, 4, and number 2. But put these in the template so we can see them properly. All right, Grover. All right, all your sketches are stretched. Café de Provence, a romantic French coffee to go with food. You've got the French flag in a coffee cup with a baguette, a coffee cup with steam, a coffee cup with 2 baguettes, 2 coffee cups, a coffee cup with the word, a coffee cup in a circle, a coffee cup with steam, a coffee cup on a map of France, 2 coffee cups, and a coffee cup with a plate with food. All right, so no more coffee cups. Next round of ideas, which I'd like to see tomorrow, should have more to do with the romance and imagery surrounding this product than just coffee cups. And then add that to what you've already got and see where you come out on that. Do some more research on, imagine that you're going on a trip to France and you discover this coffee. Where would you discover it? What would it be like? What would the experience be like? And what imagery comes to mind surrounding that? So just get out of just literal coffee. All right, Bluebell chocolate. So you've already jumped into Illustrator. You've got 2 ideas. You need to have 10, 12 sketches and explore a lot of different ideas, Ashlyn. This is neatly done, but it has very little in terms of sort of romance style, something to compel me to be interested in this product. This is, I guess, a blueberry. So let's see your 12 sketches. We want to see 12 different ideas. All right. Billy, Barbarella's. It's not barbell, it's Barbarella. You've literally got barbells in this. Barbarella is a character from an old science fiction movie, so look that up. There's no description here. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. These are pretzel snacks that are sort of fun and interesting. So it should have sort of a hippie, space agey kind of fun look to it, and I don't really see that happening here. You know, the skull feels like not a great association with a food product. So I think you got to go back to the drawing board, literally, and see what you can come up with. Read your creative brief very carefully. All right, Christian, maritime soap. So we're seeing 3. Now here's some more. All right, so a lot of ocean. I'm not sure the glasses and mustache really convey anything. So hardworking sea captain, seaman, fisherman, that kind of thing. I don't see any of those here. One of these would be, these are very nicely executed, but like one of them might be a good idea and the rest are redundant. So maybe number 7 or 8. Number 6 is okay. So that's like kind of 2 ideas. And then I would look at more fleshed out characters because you're looking for maritime type people. All right. So Sharon, we did, and that is it. Okay. I'm going to be back on tomorrow at noon. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. And I hope this was helpful.